Since it made its groundbreaking debut in 2015, the Specialized Turbo Levo has been a leader in the eMTB world, pushing the limits of performance, design and tech. But with the eMTB market exploding and new competitors emerging, the big question is, has the 2025 Turbo Levo taken the crown once again, or is this iteration just a placeholder before something truly revolutionary comes along? Hi folks, I'm Jason and welcome to ebike-centre. In this video, we're diving into the latest changes, examining whether Specialized has done enough to keep the Levo at the top of the mountain, or if this is just a temporary fix. And most importantly, if you're in the market for a new eMTB, is it worth your hard-earned cash? Stay tuned as we break it all down and help you decide if this eMTB is worth the upgrade, or if you should wait for the next big thing. Before we dive in, if you're loving the sound of this video and want more eMTB insights and reviews, please consider giving us a like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and keeps you in the loop of all things e-bike. Right, on with the Levo. The Specialized Turbo Levo didn't just join the eMTB revolution, it started it. When it launched in 2015, it shook up the mountain biking world. Specialized took their decades of experience in creating world-class mountain bikes and paired it with an integrated motor system that was unlike anything else at the time. In 2015, the first generation Turbo Levo set the standard for what an eMTB could and should be. It featured a fully integrated motor and battery, powered by a custom bro system that delivered smooth and natural assistance. Combined with specialized trail geometry and incredible handling, it gave riders the ability to climb longer and ride further without sacrificing fun on descents. Back then, eMTBs were often clunky and simplistic, simply shoehorning e-bike parts onto a regular frame, but the Levo broke that mold. It was sleek, it was lightweight-ish, and rode more like a regular mountain bike than any other eMTB. It was, to excuse the cliche, it was a real game changer. Fast forward to 2018 and the second generation Levo rolled in. Specialized wasn't content with just keeping up, they wanted to push the boundaries even further. The Gen 2 introduced a bigger 700 watt-hour battery for extended range and refined version of the Bros motor for more torque and efficiency. This was also when the Mission Control app came into play. Riders could now customize their motor settings, track rides, and even manage battery usage for all-day epics, features that were light years ahead of the competition. And then came 2021, the year the Turbo Levo reached its third generation. Specialized pulled out all the stops on this one. The Gen 3 Turbo Levo introduced Specialized Mastermind TCU, a brainy onboard system that let riders fine-tune their ride on the fly. The updated geometry gave it incredible stability and control on rough terrain while still feeling nimble in technical sections. Specialized also added their new Turbo Full Power system, boosting torque to 90 Nm and delivering unmatched power on the climbs. Riders got to experience the ultimate balance of power and natural handling. It also brought the mullet setup, 29-inch wheels at the front for stability and 27.5-inch wheels at the rear for agility, giving riders the best of both worlds. Over the years, the Turbo Levo has remained at the forefront of eMTB innovation, from its seamless integration of motor and battery tech to its relentless focus on trail performance. It's been a favorite for pros and weekend warriors alike. But now, 2025 is here, and the eMTB world, it's all change. Specialized trusty Turbo Levo is now rubbing shoulders with a brand new lineup of heavyweights from the old guard. The Trek Rail, the Orbea Wild, Santa Cruz Valor, Haibike AllMtn and Merida E160 to name but a few. All armed with cutting-edge trail geometry and the latest motor tech from Bosch and Shimano. Oh, and don't forget those new kids on the block like those Pinion MGU-powered bikes, asking if the derailleur is finally dead, or the DJI-powered Amflow and Orbea Rise, who are blurring the lines between lightweight and full-powered eMTBs. The competition's never been fiercer. So, we have to ask, has the 2025 Turbo Levo done enough to stay relevant? At first glance, you might think, well, nothing's changed. And for the most part, you'd be right. Same motor, same battery, same frame. But what has changed is the price and a cheeky spec refresh across the lineup. You might still be wondering, if nothing major has changed, is it even worth considering? And that's what we're here to find out. So Specialized have slashed prices across the board, As of the 14th of January, you can now pick up the entry-level Levo Alloy for $3,800, down from $4,900 with some cracking upgrades to boot. Out go the RockShox 35s, which were quite frankly rubbish, and in come the Marzocchi bombers. SRAM NX has been swapped out for GX, so far so good. Moving up to the comp alloy, the bike behind me, it sees a switch to SRAM X01 and upgraded Maven bronze brakes, and even a £1,300 price drop to $4,450. Even the carbon models are lighter on your wallet, though the spec remains the same. The carbon comp is now $5,250. The only bike not joining the party is the S-Works, and of course that's still doing its money's no object thing, but it is a serious weapon. But the real question, are these price drops and upgrades enough to keep the Turbo Levo relevant amidst the cutthroat competition? To answer this, let's rewind a bit. When the Gen 3 Turbo Levo launched, it was a game changer. It was leagues ahead of the competition, which has meant that now, even 4 years later, it's still holding its own. Is the new Orbea Wild a better handling bike? Well, yes it is. But it is 4 years younger, and it's not that much better. Sure, the new Bosch Gen 5 motor is quieter and it's smoother, but the Turbo Levo's 2.2 motor is still no slouch, and it's buttery smooth. It's also a lot more reliable than its infamous predecessor. And while the 700 watt-hour battery might not match the colossal packs on the Trek Rail or Amflow or Haibike AllMtn, it's still got plenty of juice for most riders. Plus, its clever micro-tune feature lets you eke out every last watt-hour without sacrificing climbing power. Adjustable geometry, mixed wheels, and the Mastermind TCU allow for endless rider customization of which the Levo's competitors are only just catching up. And the ride, well, it's stable, it's planted, it's playful, it's capable, it's so capable. It will take anything you throw at it. It's a proper crowd pleaser. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a seasoned shredder, it's a bike for everyone. So where does that leave us? If you're in the market for a full suspension eMTB that punches above its price point, the Turbo Levo is still a solid choice. The entry-level alloy is now £1,200 cheaper than the equivalent Trek Rail, and it even undercuts the Haibike AllMtn 6 by $899, all while offering a comparable or better spec, and specialized class-leading geometry and riding experience. Yes, rivals might have bigger batteries, and bikes like the Orbea Wild edge it on riding feel, and the Amflow will beat it on the climbs, like it does everything else. But for all-round performance, customization, and sheer fun, the Turbo Levo still has so much to offer and can still easily hold its own amongst the much younger competition. If you're in the market for a full-sus eMTB that won't break the bank too much, the Turbo Levo is still worth a look. Now, here's a thought. These price drops and spec tweaks scream one thing to me. Specialized is gearing up for the Gen 4 Levo. It's like those limited edition runouts you see in the car industry when they're clearing the decks for something shiny and new. So what will the Gen 4 bring to the party, and when will it be released? Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine, but I'd bet on a lighter motor, bigger battery, sleeker frame, and maybe even that SRAM Bros auto gearing concept we saw last year. But if history has taught us anything, the Gen 4 will be a game changer. It is what the Turbo Levo does. But enough from me, what do you think? Has the 2025 Turbo Levo done enough to win you over, or has another bike stolen your heart? And what would your dream Gen 4 Levo look like? Please drop us your thoughts and comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And if we don't see you in store, we will see you in the next video. Cheers.